Good evening and welcome to Universal Spiritualism. You've got me tonight. Unfortunately, Colin couldn't make it. For those that were looking forward to seeing Colin, unfortunately, you have me doing mediumship readings tonight. So if you would like me to connect to any specific loved one, I will give it a go. If you want just general spirit connection, I will give that a go. Or if you have any questions about the mediumship, about psychic development, anything like that, I have been a medium for quite a time now, so I should be able to answer any questions that you have. So a few hellos first. Hi Marianne Harris. Hi Laura Johnson. Hi Nimara. Hope I pronounced your name right. Delaney, Sue, Jackie, Valenina, Kim, Laura, Christine, Krish, and hi. Okay. Kim has recently just subscribed, so sorry, Kim, to mention that, but that's, your name jumped out. So right, Mum, I'm asking Mum to draw close. If it is Mum that I've got a lady that was quite quietly spoken, but I've also got a lady that would have had breathing problems as well, because she's feel as though I need to cough, and her breathing is very shallow here. Personality wise, I feel towards the end of her life, because of the medical conditions she had, she was quite drawn into us, quite sort of low in herself. I get the sense that she lost weight prior to her passing, because her rings are feeling very loose on my hand here. She's drawing me to her nails. It's almost like she's got a black nail varnish on one of her fingers. So I don't know whether that is actually I don't know whether that's actually nail polish, or it was part of a medical condition. She's just showing me that this about the nail. So whether you would understand that, Kim, as well, please. I feel there would have been some joint pain, especially in her wrist, her right wrist there. She's making me aware of joint pain as well. She's talking about injections, needing these injections, and the ones in her tummy, she really didn't like. There was these injections that were quite big ones that really didn't like those ones either prior to us passing, and she was just feeling really, really uncomfortable, and there's pains in her body as well, and it's as though her body was breaking down. There was a few different issues that were starting to happen, and it was like which of them was going to her first. Okay. She makes me feel as though she was worried about passing, but didn't really like to say, because she didn't want the people around her to be upset, because that was very much Mum. She thought of other people, didn't want to upset other people, and would hold back information from people because she didn't want to upset them. And I feel that she knew about her illness quite a time before she actually told people, because she didn't want to upset people. She didn't want to worry people. Okay. But her father was there. her father was there when she passed, in terms of he was in spirit, and waiting for her. Mum close behind her, but it was Dad that sort of kind of all right, hi Jackie. Comments, and I wasn't sure what the relationship was there, so I'm quite happy to work with both of you there, with your sister there. Okay, so Jackie, Dad was in spirit, and it was your dad that was there to receive mom, sister. Okay, and the just the relief and the joy and the reconnection, then the relief of not being in pain, and just making that transition across, and realizing that she's fine, absolutely fine. And what she's doing is blowing, and it's almost like she's blowing. Oh, I've got goose pimples. She's giving me goose pimples all the way up and down my legs, and across my face as well there. And it's like, I feel that there would have been, there's times that you feel as though she's brushing your hair up, not brushing as in a brush, but in a this wind's brushing past, and it's making you go swim play. And you kind of said, Mom, and she, yes, it's Mom. It's Mum. Okay, and she brings this incredible amount of love to you. Okay, and Jackie, she obviously wants to link with you as well, being a sister, and she's talking about you playing together, and there's a bond between you, a close bond, I want to say, between you. But she's talking about husbands here, and giggling as though there was sort of joke about your husband and her husband and your husband, and some sort of in-joke between you. Would that make sense to you, Jackie? Unless I'm just totally misinterpreting what she's giving me with that. But she's very much wanting to take me to younger days. And sorry, Amanda. Hopefully I can get to you. And just again, the love and the song. Gone. Oh, there we are. My signal back again. And it's as though this song Ave Maria would bring you to. It's not that he's in spirit. It's just there's some sort of joke between Jackie and your mom about their husbands. So your dad and your uncle. Okay. Yeah, I'm back again now, hopefully. So hopefully Jackie will be able to say that also, that would understand this Ave Maria and the tears and the upset that is linked to that, whether, again, that's linked to your grandma there. Jackie, right, you would understand that. Okay, you don't have to tell him. Okay. And very much your mum's sense of humour is really coming out here, and she's just lovely, and she really likes to laugh and a giggle and all the rest of it, and that's how it wants to be remembered, not how medically ill she was at the end. It's just joyful, and she's just such a lovely lady. Kim, you must have her ring. Because she's going back to her ring. So I'm going to leave you with so much love, both Kim and Jackie. No, Mum is around you, Kim. She always, always, always will be. And look out for the robins and the feathers and all of those. And she's there. Okay. Love you. Okay. Thank you. Right. Who else? We've got a few more people on now. Sorry, I did decide to. I was getting ready and I was ready to start. So we did come on a bit early. So hi Charlene, hi Pradesh, hi Mandy, hi Joey, hi Kweezy, Pooja, Delaney, Sarah, Teresa. Right. Teresa, I feel as though I'm with you. Okay. Okay. Right, Teresa. Right. Teresa, you still here? You'd like a message from your dad, and who is with him? Okay. Don't know whether that's testing me or testing them. Let's see. Right, we're back again. Teresa, if I'm with you, then you would understand Dad having a lung condition prior to his passing, please. His breathing's bad, and I feel as though there's something on his lungs. There's not just the difficulty in breathing, but it's like I don't feel it's cancer. I feel it's some sort of substance or something that was on his lungs. Where I don't feel cold, but what's the call, the stuff that you're not allowed to have anymore. But there's something that's sorry. Yeah, I know everybody. I'm not sure what I can do with my signal, unfortunately. Last time I did bring my phone in and use the phone, and if it keeps dropping out, I might just pause it and go and get my phone and set that up. But we'll keep going, see how it goes. But are you still here, please? Would you? Asbestos, Rachel, that's it. So it's something like that it's dust that's got on his lungs, and I feel it would be linked to a work condition where he was working. Teresa, does this make sense, please? Just make sure that I've got the right person, because if it's not making sense to you, then obviously I need to find where I'm at. So Teresa, oh yeah, I can tell I keep stopping as well because my screen keeps anything else from the gentleman? He's a gentleman that would have worn a wedding ring, which I know not everybody used to do. So Teresa, does that mean you can take this that I've described today? Okay, he would have worn a wedding ring. And as I'm looking at my hands, they're big hands, and that you know, where they can be quite swollen. They could get quite swollen at times, and quite arthritic. He would find difficulty in grasping things prior to his passing. Okay, he's making me aware that his hair was thinning on the chair, and he's putting a cap on his head because he didn't like the coal getting to his head. It give him headaches. Okay, and he's a gentleman that would have worked in a very male environment, I want to say, but he doesn't give me the impression of being one of the lads as such, and it's like a supervisor or something, just a little bit. He's not top management or anything like that, but he would have It was coal dust. And got hurt in it. Yes, he wears a cap. Okay. Right. And understand, prior to his passing, he'd easily get distracted and forget what his train of thought as well, because I've just totally lost my train of thought. It just went totally. Okay. So I know that would be very much how he was towards the end of his life. And he would actually spend some time just being very quiet in himself, without any music on, without anything going on in the background, and okay, and he'd become phased out, and he just he doesn't remember a lot about that time. It's almost as though things just weren't working right for him. Okay. And I feel people would right. It keeps going. I'm Teresa. I still got your dad with me, and I'll keep him with me while I go and get my phone. Okay, so just hold on one sec while I go and get my phone and set the up on that. Isn't tech wonderful? Absolutely wonderful. Got more people while I went. I should leave a blank screen. Okay, we're setting up the hotspot, and hopefully that will mean, and I'll put it by the window because there's always a better signal there, that we get a signal. It'll stop. Right, so Teresa, Dad, yeah, it was 94 and quiet, yeah, and it was his passing was expected, but it you know, the people didn't know when, and he just passed quietly. He's talking about a brother, body and spirit mind at 94. You would understand that. That's better. Good. Right. He's had a real good level of common sense about him. A really common sense gentleman. Somebody that would think through a problem and be able to come up with common sense everyday solutions, rather than, what he'd say, pie in the sky. That if you needed something, he'd work out a way of getting it, not just playing the lottery. Okay. And he's saying the situation around you at the moment that just needs common sense solutions. Okay. It's not about doing the lottery or saying, right, I'm going to do this, and it's a massive complicated plan and all the rest of it. Do it the way they have, and you will be, well, you won't be surprised that it will go perfectly well and you'll get the outcome that you want. Just do an everyday common sense solution and it'll be sorted. That's the advice from you. leave you with his love, Teresa, and thank you for allowing me to work with your lovely father. Oh, and you would understand him having a level of religious belief as well, okay? And he didn't fear death. He just knew that it'd be fine. It'd be fine. Okay, and he is. All right. Right, Sarah Robinson. Right, why is that not connected? Sorry, I'm just trying. I thought I connected to the hotspot and it's gone again. Hold on, so why is that not connecting? Sorry, it's just clicked out again, which is no good at all, is it? And it doesn't want to connect to the hotspot either. Just oh, there it is. No. Right, okay, Sarah. Eloise, I'm not necessarily, it'd be great that is your sister's name, what wonderful evidence that would be, but the Eloise, and there's a song called Eloise as well, that takes me back 70s or 80s, Eloise, that song. Right, I don't know how old she was when she passed, your sister, but I've got a young girl, I want to say, primary aged young lady that is in a dress, dancing around, happy, giggling. Oh, and a car crash, okay, and being knocked over. Would this make sense to you, Sarah? I'm not going to worry about the name, but if you would let me know if that makes sense, that your sister passed to spirit through a car crash. Okay. And it's as though she wasn't in the car, she was knocked over. Okay. I'm going to have to turn that up then. Would anybody on here, because she came in very quickly then, could anybody place a primary age young that was knocked over? Okay, I think I was better off with Wi-Fi rather than that, because that seems to be clicking off every 2 minutes now. I'll move that there, see whether that's any better signal. So, oh, okay. The younger sister got knocked over when she was little, but not passed. Okay. So this could be your sister just bringing memories in of a little. Would that description with the hair about this length and just playing playing in the street, running across the road, bang. If that's the description, then she's obviously sister in spirit is giving me. Right. What I'm sensing now is pain at the back of my head, at the top of the spine, right across the back, and pain in the ribs as well, on the left-hand side ribs. Okay. I'm just asking her to come a bit closer. Right across the road. Yeah. So this is obviously a memory that she's bringing in. I'm really sorry, Sarah. I'm not making sense of what she's giving me. She's giving me these impressions, but I can't understand. I can't put it into words what they are at the moment. So I'm just asking her to that information in a different way. Would you understand with your sister things getting very muddled in her head before she passed, and not really thinking straight? Sorry. Oh, we're back again. Where she wanted to divert attention away from herself, and didn't. Okay. I'm finding it quite difficult to link with her, as though she's slipping through. You know, and oh, okay. And she's just comes with so many tears as well, and so upset. I'm going back to the normal Wi-Fi because it's even worse with my phone, isn't it? Oh, why doesn't it do this? Come on. Oh, we're back again. Okay. I'll just see where we're at. Okay. I'm so sorry, Sarah. This is almost like how she was as well, but nothing seemed to fit into place, and it seemed to just this oh right, I'm really getting it now, because she's just suddenly giving me all of this anxiety that she felt prior to her passing. There's this just inability to breathe, panic attacks, and just not knowing what's happening, feeling quite frightened in herself as well, that she just wanted to feel safe, and she's making me feel very sad in herself. Okay. And she's showing me pills. I don't know whether she was supposed to be taking pills to make her feel better. She's talking about pills as well, please. Okay. Sarah, no, she's transitioned over fine. She is absolutely fine in spirit. We have these experiences through our human journey, and at the point we pass, yes, they bring these emotions back to medium, so we can help you recognize that this is your sister. Because if I just said, oh, your sister's fine, you think, well, that's not your sister. Okay. But your sister is fine. Okay. And she's relating how prior to her passing. As she's passed, there is a clarity in her thinking that all that anxiety, all that worry, all the headaches and frustrations and anger, all of those issues disappear. Would you understand a swelling on her right hand side as well? Oh, yeah. Swelling on the right hand side of her face as well. It's almost as though she was found lying on the right hand side. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, but as I say, she's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Her journey was one that was about her long-term, eternal journey of the soul, not the very short-term, minute journey of the human. Okay, that very small period of time that she was here on the earth. All the pain, all the grief, all the difficulties that she had was about her spiritual development and understanding what those emotions were, experiencing those emotions. And it's not just about the experience of going through it, but the mind struggles that go with finding solutions to it and coming out of the other side, if it's possible to come out the other side. Sometimes the journey we ask for, that we come into this body for, is too difficult, and we need a reset. And I firmly believe that that overdoses and things like that is an opportunity for us all to reset, because the lessons that we chose to I think I'm just going to kick Nova out. Does that make sense at all? Okay. Know that she's fine, Sarah. Know that she comes with so much love for you. Your journey is a very, very, very different one from hers. It loves to slip through her fingers. And she's talking about you being much more open to the ups and downs of relationships, kind of thing. All right. And being able to cope with, yeah, it's never perfect. I've been married for 28 years. It's never perfect. Okay. Doesn't mean there's no love. And it doesn't mean that it's not right. Okay. So hold on to the ones that are around you very tightly. Extra hug from her. And see you in your dreams, she says. Not nightmares. Not my nightmares, in your dreams. and there's a lot of laughter with that. Okay, and I will leave you with love. Thank you for working with me, Sarah. Okay, let's see who else I'm drawn to. Right. Celine, I don't think I've seen you on here before. I think after that I'll try and go to one of the subscribers. But Delaney, you want your husband, okay? Right. Again, your husband wore a wedding ring. Okay, that's the first thing. I'm assuming I've got him, okay? Because he's putting this wedding ring on, all right? A gentleman would have actually put weight on, or put, you know, his body swelled a little bit prior to his passing. Whether that was with the medication he was on, fluid retention, because the medical condition he had, I'm not sure at this point, but he's just, as he's drawing close. Oh, sorry, Amanda, the signal's awful for everybody. Have a good evening, okay? Right. He's making me aware of something with his teeth as well. Braces or something to do with his teeth. Would this make sense with your please, Delaney? Sorry, I don't know whether I've missed one of your comments with it going off. No, okay. Delaney, I just need to know that you're still here and that whether you can understand this gentleman. Yes, that's fine. I'll continue on with them. Okay. He's giving me the sense that he would have been quite smart in his dressing. He liked to dress well. And even when it was just a t-shirt and jeans, he looked, you know, smart in it. And would you, oh, blimey, another one. Would you understand where he actually, there was and blood as well? But again, I feel with this that it's more of a systematic thing. There's a lot of things going wrong in his body at the same time. And it's like he's just about recovering thing and another thing goes wrong. And sometimes that is as much from the medication from one thing. Like if you have too much of a certain medication, it can affect your liver, and it did. I'm not saying it did for him, but it's that kind of thing where one is making me aware of pains in his fingers there, as well. Okay. He's given me the number 42. I don't know whether that was his age, whether that was kind of a lucky number, or whether that was a number on the door, or his phone number ended in 42. But there was he's giving me that 42 there. Oh, is it an address? Because it's something drive. Okay. He said he always wondered about this stuff. That I think that it was wondered about and then thought, no, it's rubbish. Well, he was wrong, wasn't he? Okay. And he's so that was his sense of humor as well. That he would be quite happy taking the mick out of himself, and he'd be he'd want to make people smile. He's not an out and out comedian or anything like that, but he'd like to make people smile and feel comfortable with him. And if somebody was obviously not comfortable with him for whatever reason, he'd go out of his way to sort of chat to them and down and just it's okay, it's okay. And it's like he worked in a professional way as well, that his profession was such that he would need to make people comfortable. It's giving me kind of a manager feel about him, that he would organize and make sure things were in the right place at the right time, kind of thing. And he's laughing about this, okay, but he reckons that you're not as organized as you were when he was on the earth plane, okay, but he's laughing about it as though actually around the house you were a lot more organized than him. And he'd come in and mix it all up, and it's like, yeah. Okay, and he's laughing about that. And the car trouble as well, that it's almost like you were much more able to be practical and sort that lot out. If there's a problem with the car, if you left it up to him, you'd still be waiting for it to get sorted. But he's saying, you can get this sorted. You can sort stuff. Okay. I want to go to the 12th of May as a date that would be relevant around him or yourself. You'd understand Mum as well. Why is Mum on the earth plane, please? And Mum having a few problems and worries at the moment. Okay. And he's just making me aware he's been around Mum, all right? Because there's a concern, he's concerned that she's just not very well with everything at the moment, okay? Know that love bond that you shared will always be super strong, okay? And he loves you. He loves you. Always will. Always will. Okay? And I will leave you with his love. The 19th of the month, in June as well. So I don't know whether that's 19th of June, but certainly 19th of the month would be a relevant date as well. I'll leave you with his love, and thank you for allowing me to work with him, Delaney. Okay. Right, let's see who else is here and who I'm drawn to. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Dawn. Why is that not letting me scroll up? I lose myself with this at the moment. Hi, Veronica. What a brilliant name, Veronica. Not many of us around. Sharon Chapman, Nina, Kairizi, Caroline. I'm just seeing who I'm drawn to. Sierra Pritchett. Okay, Sierra. Yeah, happy with you. Is there anybody specifically in spirit you would like me to link with, Sierra? Okay. I'm not promising, certainly not promising, but I will see if I can connect. But while I'm waiting for you, you would understand. Oh, Delaney, I'm sorry, your brother passed in June. Okay. You would understand a little girl that would have passed a spirit through a miscarriage, please, or very shortly after birth. Yeah. Okay, are you still here? And you would understand. Okay, so you'd understand Mum in spirit as well, Sierra. Okay, if I am with you, right? So if you could confirm that Mum would be in spirit. I'm getting Mum as having short hair. You know, not thin straight, but there's bounce to it and everything, but you know, short. She's making me aware that she would have carried a little bit of weight on her, but she would have liked a lipstick. Okay, she would have always put some lipstick. Mum is still alive. Okay. Would this, if Mum's still alive, then if I'm with you, this would be Grandma, Mum's mom. If that's not making sense, I am with somebody else. Okay, sorry, Sierra. Let's just see that she, possibly Grandma. Okay. She's showing me her nails as being well-groomed nails, you know, not necessarily with nail varnish on, but she's kept them nice. But I want to say that she had ridges in her nails as well. They seem quite thick nails, actually. She's giving me the impression of actually quite an elegant lady with her fingers. Mina, oh, your mum had short hair and light bread. Ah, Sierra, like nice thick long nails, no polish. Yeah, you see, that's what I was saying. So Mina, please do listen, because sometimes we do get two people very much who are very much the same coming in together. It's like for one kind of thing. Okay. Sierra, you'd also understand her short hair, and she's giving me the sense that prior to her passing, she put a little bit of weight on around her face, because I sense body. She had a nice trim figure, but prior to her passing, there is this extra weight that she would have put on, and she's just made me feel very uncomfortable in my body before. She's wanting something to happen quickly, and it wasn't happening quickly, but it's possibly a bit of dementia going on there as well. Okay, because there's just this not really a lot of thought processes behind this just feeling, and I know sometimes that could be a sign of dementia when people are worried about things. They get worried about different things. But she's also saying that you would understand a situation around yourself at the moment. A little dementia the last week, yeah, okay. But you would understand a situation around you at the current time that you're really wanting to get sorted, and there's this sense of urgency. And what she's saying is, there's no urgency. Just take your time. Take your time. You feel you want it to get sorted quickly because you feel it will be fine once it's sorted. But actually, it can be fine now. You just need to settle down with it, okay? And it's a lot of thought processes that are going on, and your mind's worrying, your mind's keeping going about it. It's that needs to settle, and then all the rest of it will settle around you, okay? It's not the world that needs sorting. You sort the world from inside out, and the world becomes a very, very different place to live in, okay? So just take a deep breath, let go, and just accept that the world has its own timing, and things will happen at the right time for you, okay? And wanting it to happen quicker is only stressing you out, and there's no point to it. And it could be part of your spiritual journey as well, to learn those experiences. We often think our spiritual journey is about our progression, i.e. psychic development, mediumship development, nothing to do with that, okay? You can be a medium and be one of the least spiritual people. To be a spiritual person, then you are awake to yourself. And I'm going to advertise my book with that one. Just recognize yourself and grow spiritually from within, and that is what your true spiritual journey is about, okay? I will leave that with you, and thank you for working with me, Sierra. Okay, so hi Ambi Pambi, hi Kay Weezy, hi Christine Campbell. Again, I'm just saying a few hellos to see who I am drawn to. Maxine, hello. Deborah Chapman, hello. Who else have we got? Dawn Johnson. People can let me know who it is that you'd like me to contact. I'm not making any promises that I'll be able to do that, but I do like to push myself. So first person to give me a person that they want me to link to, I will write. Vilma, okay. Oh, Vilma, you've put your brother as well, okay. Let's see who comes through, whether it's your brother or your dad. Okay, I know I've chopped it earlier tonight for me tea when I finish here, and I know it's still on my hands a bit, even though I've washed them 2 or 3 times. But you would understand either your dad or your brother cooking. They're putting stuff in a pan and cooking it, and I can see the tomatoes and the pasta, and just enjoying the cooking. It's like they wouldn't want to do an everyday meal, but they would like to do I'm back again. Look, I can cook, just not doing it every day. That would bore them, okay? So Vilma, if you could just let me know whether this I'm freezing up of. Oh, sorry, I've tried my hotspot on my phone and changed the Wi-Fi, and it's just, so if you can bear with me, I find when it freezes my end, I'll just stop and continue on as soon as it freezes. Your brother used to cook, but not much. That's the kind of thing that he'd like to show off. Like if they had friends coming round, so all right, I'll do the cooking, because he'd like to say to the friends, this is what I've been doing. But it's like on a Tuesday night, on a wet Wednesday, a wet weekend, he wouldn't be caught dead in the kitchen. Why would he? You know, there's no kudos doing it every day, is there? Laughing with this, so I know that he's got this sense of humor about him. Then he's just showing off doing it, and he's talking about cocktails as well, that he can make the cocktails and the shaker and all the rest. Again, he'd prefer to beer. But because it's a show, isn't it? And he's that kind of personality, that kind of vavavoom kind of thing. And his passing was quite sudden. His passing was quite sudden. I do fear he left me. I do feel that there was an illness underlying. And it didn't give him time to get his head around what was happening. It certainly didn't give the family time to get used to what was happening. And he's gone. He's gone. You'd understand him leaving a partner behind. His passing was sudden. Okay. And there being just a total sense, as there would be, total sense of loss. And just tears and tears and tears. And he's giving me July, and I want the 3rd or 13th of July. But he's taking me to the 3rd of another month as well. So it's probably the 13th of July that I need. And then it's 3rd of March. He's talking about it. So if you could have a look at those dates as though if they mean anything to you or around your brother. Okay. He regrets some harsh words that were said. If he realised things were going to happen as quickly, he certainly wouldn't have said them. Mind, I'm saying that. The sense I'm getting from your brother, he probably would have anyway, because it's like who he was, you know. He thought it, and then laugh about it and joke about it, and he's saying he felt that people would forgive him anything. I'm not sure that would be the case. I think he probably did hurt people, but you know, it was fine in his mind because he didn't feel he was getting at people. Okay. Frankie, would you understand the name Frankie play? That would have been around your brother, a friend around your brother. Okay. And talking about a friend that's made a transition as well. Since your brother's passed, that one of his other friends has passed as well. Would you understand that? And your brother and your dad are fine together. You know, in a way. Absolutely chatting away. Sorry, you've said no, Frankie. If you could look round your brother and his friends and just see whether any of his friends have passed us, okay, and whether the Frankie link's in there, and that's why I was given that Frankie, okay. But you would, as I say, you'd understand about your brother and your dad. I feel that they would have had fallings at times, especially, you know, as a lot of boys do fall out with the dads when they're in the younger teens. But they just chat, they just talk about everything and anything and sport, but you know, they're just really, really good friends as well as dad and brother. Okay, they're fine. They don't need your worry. Okay, they just want you to get on with life, enjoy your life, make the most out of it you possibly can. Okay, life's for living, not living in the past. It's the living now and enjoying every second that you can now. Okay, and that's very. We've got Christine at 11 o'clock in the morning, and then we Zoom healing with Peter at 2 o'clock. We've got healing with Lainey at 6 o'clock, and then at 8 o'clock we've got card readings with, and at 8 assuming a live chat on here with other authors of the monthly magazine Edify Your Soul, and this month is Coping with Loss. And before I go, I just want to remind people you might be interested in having a book, Universal Spiritual. If you're wanting to explore your spiritual journey more and understand what that journey is, and you know, how it's got a lot of nice exercises in it as well, just to sort of help you on that path. It's £9.99 from Amazon, or if you're in Nottingham, you can go to Mystic Moon, they sell them in there, or if you're in Welshpool, they sell them at the Witch in the Willows as well. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining me here this evening. You're more than welcome to join us tomorrow for our readings tomorrow, and have a fantastic evening, and thank you for coming. Bye.